Hello everyone. Um, I am just done watching the Superman versus Batman trailer for the third. Actually, I watched it a fair bit of times. And just today, well, this trailer came out yesterday or the day before. And today I rewatched Man of Steel. And I don't despise the film, but I do not like it. I do not like Man of Steel. And to me, this trailer is just downright careless. Let me show you something. Here. I don't know why, but a very few times I've shown my own little action figures that I have. Superman and Batman. Two of my favorite superheroes of all time. Two of the greatest superheroes of all time. Said by many to be the top two. And I don't love these characters. I fucking adore them. They are heroes to me. One of them represents tragedy and growing through it, and the other one represents moral justice. And seeing Christopher Nolan, seeing, you can probably tell by my attitude, I'm really not happy about this. I'm really not. I'm not happy. I am really cheesed off. I really am. I'm just like, when I saw this trailer, immediately with the first feeling and the first style I saw this trailer, I'm just like, it feels and looks like Watchmen. And I'm going to say something here that's a bit obvious, but Zack Snyder is not learning from his past mistakes. He's not. And I'm not saying he can't make a good film. Like, granted, in my opinion, Watchmen was the number one film. Was the number one film. It's the film for me where I was just like, okay, he clearly has a certain view for it. It was like, I fully admit, 300 is an awesome movie within its own right, and Dawn of the Dead is one of my favorite films of the decade. And that is something big to say. I really do love Dawn of the Dead. But the way this trailer feels like, it seems like in style and mood, and a very, very key word here. And I'm only going to say this once. It is tone. Tone. It's tone. And it's the exact same tone he's done in Watchmen. And in Man of Steel. And I cannot believe I'm fucking saying this. And even in Sucker Punch. And that's a terrible movie. That Sucker Punch is a terrible movie. Granted, it had a good style for it, but that's a whole other story. I'm a freaking huge DC fan. I really am. I love DC. I have a Joker t-shirt. I have two Joker t-shirts. I'm planning to get a Batman t-shirt. I don't own one. I have, what you've seen here on my account here before, I've been wearing a Superman shirt before. I have action figures of the stuff. I have two posters of the Justice League in my room. Whenever I read these comic books and see these animated shows and animated shorts, it was these three characters, Superman, Wonder Woman, and Batman, with a certain tone. when I read the comic books, when I get this feeling of grandness, of operatic scale. These are larger than life characters. Granted, you can say Batman is a very human character among all of them. Yes, I understand he is a very human character. He is. But the thing is that you need to keep it within tone and feel for its own sake. And if you're going to do something that already has a huge audience, a very loyal and respectable audience, like the DC universe, and I'm a big part of that. I love that the universe. I prefer DC over Marvel. To me, it just looks like he's repeating the same mistakes. It looks like he's not learning from his mistakes, and it looks like he's not even changing his mindset for these films. Let me tell you something, Christopher, Zack Snyder. If you're listening to this, you probably would never would. The thing is that if you are going to make a film, and this goes for anyone out there, this even goes for me. It's that if you're going to go make a film, and it already has a respectable audience, you have two choices to make this a film about with a big audience that has a big following already. You either A, take it in your own direction and do what you want with it, your own style, all that type of stuff, or B, be loyal, respectable, and honorable, and do the things not what you want, but what the fans want, what they expect, what they read, what they feel when they read these comics. They get, like I said before, I don't speak for everyone on this, but I'm speaking from my personal experience, and it just pisses me off so much. It really does. It seems so uninspired to do this movie. It looks just downright careless. And the costume looks so overpronunciated. It looks like it was made out of Lego. It's like the over-the-top shape and design to it. The voice for Batman is terrible. It sounds like a crappy voiceover actor that you got for a terrible animated TV show. It doesn't sound like a professional at all. And people say it's a new actor. It's Ben Affleck. He's never done this before. I understand that. The thing is, it looks terrible. And the main principle with the teaser trailer is that you're supposed to build us up. You're supposed to tease us. You're supposed to get us excited. Give us something that is fan service. This is something, like how I said before, with a huge mother effing following. And I feel like with that, and the huge history of DC Comics, it is never your place to add your own style unless you're doing an adaptation, which, by the way, you are. Because I feel like that's a terrible route. And if anything, you're just going to get your ass chewed up from the fans. And I am pissed. I really am. And I feel just kind of, I won't say I'm hurt or anything, but it just really depresses me that when you have the ability to create a movie with two of the most iconic superheroes of all time crossing over, possibly even fighting, I feel like you have a responsibility to fulfill your own fans. And Zack Snyder may say, oh, well, I'm trying as hard as I can, and I understand that. But the thing is that I do expect better. I do expect better. Why? Because I have hope. I hope from these fucking characters, okay? From these two, Batman and Superman. It's because of these characters that gave me hope, and when no one else could. And they gave me hope, and they gave me love for comic books. And the fact that someone has the opportunity to do this, and they don't use their own loyalty and love and care for the substance, and you don't do it loyally, but you do it in your own style. But I'm going to say you shouldn't do that because, A, you're only doing what you want in a film that already has a huge amount of following. At this point, I feel like I'm just repeating myself, okay? Expect the better from you, Zack Snyder. And same for you, Christopher Nolan. This trailer alone isn't the worst, but looking at the track record in the past and what's been going on behind the scenes and all this stuff, it makes me feel like they're not even trying. And that's the absolute worst thing that you can ever do. And the most you can do is try in your own right. Even if you don't care, you fake it until you make it. Never half-ass it. Never give up. You need to at least try with your own effort. And I'm not saying it worked. So clearly it worked. But the thing is that when you have such a big following, you want to fuck off. I already said what needless to say. This trailer just pisses me off. And this film is going to be a disaster. But it's going to make a bucket load of cash. Because there's Batman and Superman. This trailer is nothing more of a disaster. Fuck off.